Here's 5 more historical misconceptions. Number 1. Nero played the fiddle during the Great Fire of Rome. Though there is much to criticize Roman Emperor Nero about, the story that he played the fiddle while Rome burned is all but true. First off, fiddles didn't even exist yet. It would be at least another 800 years before an instrument resembling a fiddle would be created. Not to mention that Nero was reportedly not even in the city when the fire first started. Some accounts say he actually returned and helped organize relief efforts. So where did the story come from? Later, historians, some who probably hated him, may have exaggerated or made it up. Number 2. Columbus discovered America. When Columbus landed in 1492, millions of people already lived in America, and indigenous civilizations had been thriving for thousands of years. And even before Columbus, a Norse explorer named Leif Erikson reached North America around the year 1000, almost 5 centuries before Columbus. Though it's true that Columbus's voyages played a massive part in permanent European contact in the New World, the claim that he discovered America is just not true. Number 3. Marie Antoinette said, "Let them eat cake." The quote, "let them eat cake," is popularly attributed to Queen Marie Antoinette during the 18th century bread shortages preceding the French Revolution. Originally, it meant telling starving people who lacked basic bread to eat a rich, expensive pastry instead, highlighting the detachment from the working class struggles, painting her as a heartless, out-of-touch queen. There is no real evidence of her saying this phrase though. In fact, different versions of this phrase existed before she was queen. The phrase first appeared in Jean-Jacques Rousseau's 1765 work titled Confessions, where he recalled a great princess who, upon learning peasants had no bread, suggested they eat brioche instead. At the time, Marie Antoinette was about 9 years old. Number 4. Gladiators fought to the death. Gladiators didn't fight to the death all the time. Movies make it look like every fight ended in death, but in reality, gladiators were valuable and expensive to train. Most fights had referees, rules, and outcomes that didn't involve killing. Some matches even had draws. Death could happen, but it wasn't the goal every time. So the Colosseum wasn't a constant slaughter, it was closer to a brutal sport. Number 5. Paul Revere yelled, "The British are coming." That famous line? Yeah, it probably never happened. Revere's mission was to warn people quietly. Yelling through the streets would have gotten him caught immediately. Plus, most colonists still considered themselves British, so the phrase doesn't really make sense anyway. The story was later popularized by a poem, but in reality, it was just a quiet ride which changed history.